right, so you just saw the vlog on the caller, and I got the CEO, Jarrod Tillinghast, and I got my man Bubba, who worked the corners that night. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. So we're gonna get into Jarrod's story, and we're gonna tell.
No, everybody knows my story. Get into the call out like you were doing.
All right.
We'll get into that stuff later.
Oh, okay.
Most people know already.
All right. Jarrod, who's running this podcast? Me or you? They're trying to make it look a certain way on live. Hey, live. Let's talk about it. All right. So we're gonna get into how it was that night for you guys. Jarrod, so how would you say it went in your eyes? And then we're gonna get into my man, how it went with Bubba too. How do you feel like everything went?
I think it, overall, considering all the turbulence on the way there, I think what the people seen was something really nice. Something that we can build on. There's a lot of little mistakes and a lot of things we have to, we learned from and we're going to do differently, but to us, to our team, it went down good, but there was still chaos, but that's part of it, man. That's part of it.
That's part of it, yeah. I thought it was a great night. Well, and real quick, Bubba, how did you feel like it went from your point of view? You worked the corners for every fight, or?
For basically, I think I was doing the corners for Mickey Ward's team, the red team.
Yeah.
And honestly, the whole thing was phenomenal. It was a great experience too, especially on camera. You know what I mean? Having these guys fight. It's tough stepping in the ring, you know what I mean? All the doubts and everything.
Yes, shout outs to all the fighters too.
All the fighters that fought that night, y'all did phenomenal, man. They killed it.
Would you say your favorite part was that kid Benny BLADEZ being there? That was really great.
I have to give Bubba some credit. Bubba, you did a phenomenal job out there.
Appreciate it.
And you stood out with the white on white, white jeans, white call-out shirt. He looked. You did a good job.
I just love the coaching part, man.
I got a question, Bubba.
Yeah, what's up?
Are you gonna be fighting in the next one?
Oh, shit.
We want to see you fight live. We want to see Bubba fight in the next one. How about that?
Shit, I see.
I'm calling you out. 2 calls somewhere else.
He put you on the spot like that, Bubba.
Yeah.
Don't let him get away with it.
Listen, I would want to fight Floyd Mayweather. If I had the chance, I would. I just want to humble him. He's too cocky.
Bubba, stop, Bubba.
I know, but
come back to earth.
I don't think we're getting.
Hold on, get the hot air balloons floating away. Come here, Bubba.
But anything's possible, I think.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, it's possible.
All right, let's start
fighting YouTubers. Why not fight like?
So you are saying you can beat Floyd Mayweather? Are you saying you're gonna fight him or you're gonna beat him?
I could stop Floyd Mayweather.
Say it with your chest, man.
I promise you on everything I could stop Floyd Mayweather. Come on, man. Floyd ain't nothing.
Yo.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah, right, Jake.
Speaking of you know what's another fight I would like to see?
What?
You know Tyson Fury's dad, John Fury?
John Fury.
I would like to see my man Jarrod Tillinghast put a stop to that guy's mouth. How about that?
I'll tell
That'd be
you.
a great fight.
I tell you what. I'm a Fury family fan.
Mm-hmm.
I love Tyson Fury. I think he's a great champ. I think he's smart. He boxes really nice and he's resilient. I love the Furies.
Mm-hmm.
They're wild.
Get to the shit talking.
No, I'm just saying, I love the Furies, but John, he wants to fight everybody.
Did you see the press conference
He's out of
with him
control.
disrespecting Mike Tyson?
Yeah, he's crazy for disrespecting Mike Tyson.
I think
he's crazy.
But no, the truth is, John Fury would fight anyone.
Oh yeah. I don't
his
think he
whole
would.
bloodline, the whole family's been fighting from the.
He's a fighter.
Yeah. No, I know.
I'd fight John Fury.
Damn.
I would fight him, but I still want to be friends with him because I'm still a fan of the Fury.
You should give him that work, Jay. You should give him that work real quick.
I think
listen, look at the camera and say it like you mean it. Say it with your chest,
you guys can't do that to me.
I'm doing it to you. I'm doing it to you.
Yes.
Right here.
Nice try. Nice try.
Tell him. All right. No, so that would be 2 great fights right there. I really would love to see that. Now, what do you think would happen if Mike Tyson did fight him? Because he was saying he wanted to fight Mike Tyson. Who do you have winning that? Honestly,
Mike all day.
Mike all day? What do you say?
I would have to
Mike,
say
Mike all day, yeah?
He still got that killer mentality.
I think I could beat John Fury. You know, Mike Tyson is a.
How would you do against Mike Tyson, Jarrod, right now? Tyson now.
I don't know, man. Tyson's a badass. I'll tell you what, I would fight him.
That'll be a good fight.
I would fight him. I would throw
Jarrod
punches. I would not go
versus
down. I would
Mike-
throw.
Iron Mike Tyson.
What's the alternative? You're gonna sit there and not do nothing? I would throw.
What do you think Mike Tyson's best qualities were? What was his biggest weapon?
I think his best qualities were how fast and crisp his power was with his hips. You know, the power comes from the ground. Everybody's up here now, you know, and everybody's throwing punches and they're up high. But Mike Tyson, he's low to the ground, and every time he's done punching, like my guy Hector Camacho Jr. would say, he gets his head out of the line of fire.
Yeah.
Either he's over here or he's over here, and he slides. He's got good feet too. So after he throws a combination, he's not sitting there taking a picture. He's throwing a combination and looking to create on an angle to set up. So when he gets to that angle, his body's already in position to rip again. That is understanding how to move the right way, because when he's going from here to here, then he'll turn and his feet will be. So he'll turn his body, and it's almost as soon as his feet land, it's like, whack. It's almost like a elastic. Mike Tyson's serious.
Beast.
In his day, he was.
Have you seen footage of him hitting it back now? He still looks crisp.
Yeah, he still moves.
For
but
his
he's not like-
age, I'm saying he's up there, but he's
a
a
fucking
man.
killer,
Oh
man.
my god.
Oh, with the language,
sorry,
Bubba.
sorry.
Oh,
Come on.
I apologize.
Come
I
on,
apologize. Apologize.
When do you swear, Bubba?
But yo,
we're online.
Tyson's an animal, man.
Jeez.
I like Roberto Duran too.
Yeah.
Roberto's a warrior, of course. Tommy Hearns, that era.
Marvin
Our
Hagler.
boy Iran Barkley.
Marvin Hagler.
Iran is the
I went-
most
I went-
underrated.
I watched videos of him. He, monster.
Iran Barkley.
Monster.
He stopped Tommy Hearns, beat him twice.
Yeah.
Nobody beat the Hitman.
Yeah.
Tommy Hearns was
Sugar Ray.
yeah,
Sugar Ray
but
Leonard.
Tommy Hearns was, let me tell you something, one of the
fastest
greats.
dudes.
So Jarrod, let's get into your upbringing a little bit. What was it like growing up in Silver Lake province? What do you think you took with you from growing up in that neighborhood that helps you be the way you are nowadays in society with the giving back to the community?
It didn't start in Silver Lake. I was like a gypsy. I started in Edgewood.
Oh.
I grew in Edgewood from like, I would say 4 to like 10.
Now,
I
where
was-
is Edgewood? I know I've heard of it. Where exactly?
Edgewood is down like
What's Providence?
Broad Street, but the
Okay.
Cranston part of Broad Street.
Okay.
Narragansett Boulevard to Broad Street over there.
Mm-hmm.
I lived on Smith Street,
Oh.
and I lived on the corner house, and that was when Dad was around and Aunt said, and the family was. It was a wild corner. We lived right on the corner house. It was wild.
What was Dad like back then in that period of time right there?
I didn't have that many memories from Smith Street with Dad. Other than seeing him coming and going, I didn't really have like, memories until a little after that.
Yeah.
But most of my memories were from prison.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, we rolled by there today. The old prison.
every time we go by the prison, you ever get threatened with it? That's where you're gonna end up, the bad boy school.
Yeah, when I was younger, yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody in Rhode Island got threatened with the bad boy school.
Yeah, really great place. Yeah. No, I drive through there when I want to remind myself to stay on the right path. I drive right through the middle because it's one street with all the different like prisons off the side of it, and I just go through there to remind myself of how many. I was telling him like medium security has a golf place right behind it. So we were in medium, we could see like people golfing. You're like doing years, and there's people just golfing outside of it.
Yeah, so I grew up in Edgewood over there first. That's when I was That's when I started my little. I was always in something. I was a scrapper then. I actually played football for junior peewees. That was when I started for the Edgewood Eagles. I used to walk through Rogers Park by myself at 8 years old from Edgewood to Park Avenue, where Parkview Middle School was. I'd walk to practice and from practice home. I'd get home like 9 o'clock, I'd be walking through the park. I was like 8 years old. And back then, people were getting kidnapped in the park. Yeah, the park was not a good place to be back in the day like that. But I think I was the only 8-year-old that I wish they would.
Stop it.
It was, though. It's the truth.
When was your first fight, Jack? When was the first fight you ever had? Yeah, I gotta go way back.
In my first, I had 2 fights in Coventry, boxing, when I was 8. But I was always doing something, so I can't really say it. Me and my brother Jerry fought when I was like 4, 5. He used to just destroy me. He had no clue the beating, like vicious beatings. He threw me against there was one day we got in a beef in the kitchen, and he throws me against the
wall, or the fridge?
The refrigerator. So I go back into the refrigerator, and he comes running at me. He's wearing these Chinese slippers. Yo, he thought he was a ninja. I'd come home from school, he'd be in the tree chucking Chinese stars at me. Yo. He kicked my butt.
You're home?
Yeah.
Oh, he was trying to hurt you.
No, not hurt me, no. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't trying to hurt me. Remember when Halloween came out, Michael Myers, the first year it came out? My room was on the 2nd floor in the house with the fire escape connected to the window. Okay?
Right.
I was like 9. Who's in my window the night Michael Myers come on? We're all watching Halloween.
Jerry.
My brother Jerry. My brother, that explains everything, man.
He saw that movie and it just changed.
Jerry was in my window with the Michael Myers mask on, not moving, not saying nothing, just sitting there looking at me like this. Man, that's why it made me. That's probably why I made me reactive, because I was in such fear I would attack it.
How did you end up getting along with him as you grew older? Did you still when you started professionally boxing? Did he ever try it, or was it?
No. We fought, man. We got into some beefs, but I was always scrapping. And when I started fighting amateur, I just kind of still fought my brother, but it wasn't nothing serious. I think I fought everybody in my family twice.
Who's the toughest girl? Oh, I know I already asked you this, but who's the toughest girl?
In my family?
Yeah.
My mother.
All right, excluding mom, out of the sisters.
Mom will kick all their butts.
Out of the sisters. I think you said Vanessa last time. Uh-oh.
I mean,
changing the dance.
yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna. I don't know who's the toughest out of the girls. Vanessa was a scrapper coming up. Vanessa.
Shout out to Vanessa.
Vanessa would. She'd take you out in 15 seconds. Gone, done. I would say. She's wiping her mouth with a napkin.
Go back to watching TV.
Yeah.
Watching Dukes of Hazzard or something. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Let's shift gears. Can we talk to this guy about his upbringing? Let's talk about you. You grew up in the. Oh.
I was born and raised in the Bronx.
Oh. Is that why you're wearing that hat, man?
Yankees for life, baby.
I'm gonna have to blur that hat out. If you're watching online, this guy's wearing a Yankees hat.
Yankees all day,
Ooh,
baby. The best baseball team ever.
All right.
So I was born and raised in the Bronx.
When'd you move here?
I moved out here like 2012, around 2013.
How old were you?
I was like 14 at the time.
That must have been you must have been like, where am I?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't want to
No,
interrupt you,
no,
but I gotta say you're in the Boston Duck Boat in the World Series,
Listen.
but yet you're a Yankee fan.
Wait,
Fans for life, baby.
He
Come on.
was in the Duck Boats, you know, after
Nah.
they celebrate the World Series.
Nah, I wasn't. I never
Come
looked
on.
at that side. Never. I never switch up on my team.
Switch up. You were in the parade in Boston.
No, I wasn't. Yo,
I remember you now.
No.
Now, so what were you like when you first got here, coming from New York City? You moved to where? To
I moved to North Providence. Rhode Island.
North Providence? Oh,
Yeah,
you must have been
so
like, where am
went
I?
to, Ritchie Middle School, my 8th grade year. Then I went to North Providence High School. Yeah, so it was a big difference, you know what I mean, out there. Like, it was tough. Like, people would be dying, or like, people wouldn't fight fair, being in the Bronx, you know. Like, a lot of people wouldn't survive, like, around the age of 10, you know what I mean?
Damn.
So, yeah, and then the reason why I moved too was because my father passed away too
Oh, damn,
in
sorry.
2011. That's all right, you know. Like, so my mom,
Were you close to that?
yeah, that was like my best friend, you know what I mean?
Alright.
He did mistakes and shit, but you know, I forgive him, you know what I mean? So my mom, she did everything that she can, you know what I mean? She raised like 4 of us, you know, out here. She worked 2 or 3 jobs. Now she lives in Minnesota. She's doing way better with my older brother out there.
Oh, nice. What made you stay here and not go with them?
I have a little brother over here, and plus, I felt like I built a family in this boxing gym too. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
really?
It really, yeah, the boxing really helped me a lot. Bro.
Now, is this the only boxing gym you've ever gone to?
Yeah, this is the only gym I started out.
Oh, wow. And how long has it been that you've been coming in?
Almost like a year now, right, Jim? Yeah, almost like a year.
What would you say is the best thing that you've learned from this guy?
Honestly,
In anything, not just boxing, just advice
Just
in general.
life, he tells me a lot. Get out of my head. He knows when I'm down, he knows when I'm up, you know what I mean? Like he's always giving me positive advice. That's why I like coming here, you know what I mean? He's like a father figure to me, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is, you know? Yeah, man.
We live in a broken world, period. And everybody struggles from emotional trauma. The key to the emotional trauma is there's no other way but the Lord. In protecting your thoughts, because how many times you drive down the street and a song comes on that reminds you of somebody that passed away that you were close to, right? As soon as you start thinking about the song, the person, womp womp womp, there we go down into the rabbit hole that we've been running in all our life. And that's because we're not protecting our thoughts. So, you know, it takes a skill to learn how to protect, and you're not going to do it all the time. But if you're always thinking about keeping the negative stuff that makes you feel down on yourself, it's crucial, because everybody's trying to get, everybody's trying to be strong, and it's not the answer, but it definitely helps get you to the next moment in your life and the next, because with the storms, the sun will always shine, but you got to get through the storms. And the way to get through the storms is you got to have a good mindset, and you got to protect it.
Sometimes when he talks, this is not a diss. I feel like I'm in a movie. Like I feel like I'm like in a movie scene and I'm just watching. Like, that was dope. I'm like,
That's what I like about boxing too. Boxing here.
yeah. What would you say is the biggest thing that boxing has helped you do in your life? And if you were to give advice to anyone out there that's watching, that's feeling uncertain about things, and maybe
It helped me with anxiety.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
There were
yeah.
times where I think like I don't want to get all personal, but there be times where I think like all suicidal, you know what I mean? And I come here, I relieve the stress, and I feel like I could do better, you know what I mean? And that's what boxing taught me. Boxing is life. We always get knocked down, but we always gotta find a way to get back up.
Yeah.
He seen me times where I sparred, like last Saturday I was getting tired, but you kept telling me to keep pushing, you know? So that's why I feel like what boxing is, it's like life, you know what I mean? we always have something pushing us down, but we always got to get back up and fight.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
every day's a fight.
It's a really
you know?
good analogy.
Well, I feel like a lot of us know. A lot of us know, but knowing's not enough. You must apply it. You must put it into play. So you know something that you could do differently, that would change something, and you still stay in that place that you. It's like having a treasure. It's like having a map to a treasure, and putting the map in your pocket and going to, and because you know the area, so you want to go look in the area. There's a way to do it, but if your mind doesn't focus on that, it's like a gerbil on a wheel. And there you go back into the cycles again of letting your mind go all over the place. If there's information that comes in, and that's what I was really good at in the ring, because of my situational awareness growing up. So in the ring, it was like easy to me because I already seen things coming a mile away from when I was a kid. I used to predict it. I would know what I would not go places because I knew what was going to happen. And that's how you understand. Because if you don't understand defeat and the fight, you know, if you don't understand why you do what you do in the ring, you're just fighting for the sake of fighting. You're just throwing punches and you're moving around. You'll see guys who come and they'll back up and they'll bump into the rope, like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, you got no plan. You know, you're on the football field, but you forget what the play is.
Well, what's Mike Tyson's big quote? Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah.
But no, that what you're saying makes sense. But
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
Yeah, no,
boxing
and-
too. Boxing helped with a lot of health and weight loss. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen a big difference from like how I used to, because I used to bodybuild a lot, and then when I started coming here, it really like loosened me up more. You know?
Yeah.
This guy, he can eat anything he wants. He does metabolism. He woke up like that. He didn't even lift. Eating Twinkies. You don't gain no weight.
Nah.
Some guys could do it. I know. I'm kidding.
No, he's not.
I said he's eating Twinkies. Bubba's kicking me under the seat.
Oh no. And boxing really helped me with discipline too. Always they coming to the gym, you know what I mean? It pushes me a lot. Like I wake up mad early now to like weight lift because boxing helped me with that. You know what I mean? Better my sleep, better my health. It made me just a better person. You know what I mean? It made me open up a lot more too. You know what I mean? Boxing really do save lives.
I think the key to understanding this boxing is, I think if you are going to do this, I think you would want to top each day, each workout, better than the last one. You want to go a little harder. You want to do an extra round faster. You want to throw an extra 7 punches. You can't just kind of do it and stay the same pace through it. There's no growth there. You're gonna come in, it's like me running an event. When I run an event, I gotta beat the last one. How do I pull a purple rabbit out of my hat? Because the event went so well. Now I really gotta pull something out of my hat. And that's what I like. That's the part of it. That's the challenge. The challenge is to be better than you were yesterday and to do something a little different that's going to get you a little closer to where you have to be. And that is what I was always willing to do, because I would work hard and I would try to outwork everything. I would always try to outwork what I was and what I did yesterday, because then I knew I was moving forward. There's no progress if you just kind of stay at the same pace. You come in, you jump rope, and you do this the whole time, Bubba, you know. You got this steady jump. That's how you're gonna fight. You're gonna come in and you're gonna fight, and you're gonna fight lots of days just like you jumping rope. So you come in and you crush it, and then you crush it even harder, and that's how you really win in here. And in life. It's the metaphor. Boxing is something you can use for life. but you have to go after it. And I say that to you, and I can't teach you killer instinct. I can't teach you, I can teach you all the things I know I can teach you. Everybody can show you things. You can ask the greatest. Nobody can teach fight. You either got dog in you or you don't.
That's true.
I don't know.
That's why I like Manny Pacquiao, because he's a humble fighter, but he's a hard-working fighter too. You know, he came from nothing, and boxing really changed his life to where, you know, he started from the bottom and came up top. And now he runs like a whole country in the Philippines.
Yeah,
you know?
Pacquiao's a great guy.
He really is. He's a
Beautiful,
genuine fighter.
beautiful human.
Now, what would you say is the next step for the call out, John? What's next on the agenda?
We're in the talks right now. I got a little Dubai connection right now, so I'm just sitting back and I get some things going on with him. The holidays are here. We'll be making an announcement coming right after Christmas. We're not gonna do anything. We're gonna get through the year. We're gonna plan. We got a couple of things that are happening that we'll be announcing soon. But right now, seeing that we're gonna announce something, we gotta announce our turkey drive, right?
Speak on it.
2023, we announced our turkey drive the other night. We are doing it this year. If you can go on my Facebook, there's flyers there with Venmos. There's all kinds of links that you can donate. You can drop off food here too. We're taking everything. Even turkeys, we got the walk-in freezer across the street. So this year is a little different for me. We've been running this turkey drive for like 4 years now, and we've made an impact. And we don't even know where the food goes, and we don't really want to know because that's irrelevant. We already have outlets that there's families that they find for us, and we're just like a drop-off center. And I have a beautiful team, and my Bible study brothers on Saturday, solid. I just got solid people in my life. My brothers Hulk, Ryan. My team is pretty amazing. Benny BLADEZ, Bubba.
Yeah.
But I think we all need to really make a good push. And let's get some turkeys and let's get some goods in here so we could make turkey baskets and feed families.
All positive vibes.
Yeah, we got turkeys. Bring the turkeys. We can keep them frozen. What else do I want to say about that? I'm thinking.
So now everything's like on your page where they can donate. They can donate digitally. Yeah. They can stop by
digitally,
here.
a Venmo. Yeah, but it's on the flyers on my page. I'm gonna share it again tonight when we get off. When we're done here. But I want to make this a little different. I want this year to be the year to beat.
Hey, Johnny,
Almost my guy. Where's Hulk?
Say it again. Who's
Brother
my
Tony,
favorite?
how are you?
Favorite fighter of all time.
Who's my favorite fighter? Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. How
Yeah.
come?
Just everything about it. Just the excitement of his fights back in the day were just like, they're just crazy. And just the knockouts were insane, man.
He was going through something though, like spiritually too. You know, he really was going through like a lot of stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
he lost his trainer Gus.
Oh, I know. No, I know his whole story. But I remember vividly
Fought, you know?
the year Tupac, that was my favorite rapper. The year he died was the same year as the beer biting incident with Holyfield. And I watched that live on pay-per-view with my uncle.
Nice,
And
nice.
I just vividly remember how just it was crazy.
Why do you think he did that?
Why he was frustrated because I think he was kind of losing the fight. I mean, Evander was
That's to his head.
Oh yeah, he was headbutting him.
Yeah. Tyson got tight, man.
Well, because he was losing the fight and he was panicking,
Yeah,
and he wanted out.
yeah, he
He
wanted out.
didn't want to be there anymore because he didn't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
And in that moment, that's, Bubba, I know that you're your guy, but
No, I like
it's
Marvin
some,
Hagler too.
Hagler's the guy. Hagler's the man
And that
too.
was a
But
definition.
but know what's dope
behind
to
it.
me that this many years later they're friends,
Yeah.
and Mike Tyson has a thing called bites.
You know what
and
it
that
is?
are little edible ear bites that he
that's
sells.
right.
That I think is a company that they have together, I believe. And that just shows how far Mike Tyson has come and Evander Holyfield.
You didn't ask me who my favorite fighter is.
Who's your? Well, he asked.
Who's yours? Who's your favorite fighter?
Let me see. I got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Who do I start with? I gotta start at home with Big Six, Estrada, Matt Godfrey. Who else do I got over here? Hector Camacho Jr., Freddie, my team. These are my Mickey Ward, Paulie Malignaggi. Those are my favorite fighters. I'm sticking with my favorites.
Nice.
Those are my favorites. I got my.
Those are
my
great.
list.
Those are great fighters. Those are
I
great,
got my list of favorites.
great picks. Absolutely.
I'm staying hometown, as usual.
Me,
Team New England.
I like Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston, Mike Tyson, Roberto Durant.
Who's number one though? Mike Tyson's number one.
Honestly, I like Ali because
Ali. Oh yeah.
he made a
Right,
difference
right.
though too in boxing. He didn't just fight just to fight. He fought and helped people too. You know.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He. I like how he stood against when they were going to war. And he stood up for it because what's the point of doing all that? You know what I mean? Killing people and shit. You know? It's not right. So
His name was different before that, right? You know that Cassius Clay.
Yeah, Cassius Clay. He was a great fighter. Man.
We all better get right. This is pretty awkward times right now in this world.
Yeah,
Sure is.
The thing with Floyd is I
Get
don't
me
like
going.
Floyd
You
because
better get right with the Lord.
Floyd to me, he's
Better get
he's
right
a
with the
sucker,
Lord.
you know?
Floyd, what?
Floyd?
Yeah, Floyd
Let's get
Mayweather.
back to that for a minute. Can I get back to that?
Yeah, let's get back to Bubba talking about Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, I think if Floyd, I've been texting him on his win too. I told him I want to do exhibition.
You gotta send me the screenshot so I can.
I was talking shit to him. I
What
said,
makes
yeah,
you think? Tell
this
me
was
one
my-
thing. I just want to ask. I'm playing devil's advocate. What makes you think that you could last one round with Floyd?
I'm confident, man. I think I could stop Floyd, man. I'm
How
putting
many
myself-
fights do you have?
Oh, listen.
Wait, no.
Anything's possible.
I'm just
Listen,
asking you a question.
listen,
I'm asking.
If Rocky could do it, Bubba could do it too.
Rocky Balboa is the best fighter in the world, so that's the greatest fighter. So I agree, Bubba, with that one. See, you put it like that. How many
Anything's
how
possible.
many fights you have, Bubba?
Listen, 0 right now, but if I could fight Floyd, it would be legendary.
It would be
guy.
It
legendary.
would be legendary.
All right. Well, besides him, who else can we call out locally?
Honestly, man,
We want to get you in the next call out. How are you gonna be in the next call out?
we'll see, man.
No, we want you in it.
Y'all want me in there?
Yeah, Jared, you want to see him in the next call out or what?
He's already fighting. He called out. Pastor Tony called him out.
Pastor Tony.
Yeah,
for real?
he say
Ah man, I
Oh,
thought
he
it was
said-
cool, bro.
he said
I thought
practice
he was
laying
cool.
down. He said practice laying down. He'd be there in 20 minutes. Tony, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell him I
man.
wanted to wait, but I couldn't.
And while we were just laughing at one of your jokes, can I also just say that Jared is actually a pretty funny comedian. I just did some comedy recently.
I wouldn't call it a comedian. I'm pretty funny. Leave it at that.
Yes.
I'm not there yet.
So I'm gonna start putting shows together with me and this guy. So that's gonna be my secret weapon right there.
He's
Jared's
trying to.
gonna be getting up there and performing.
You see how he plays that? Well played.
My secret weapon.
Well played.
We're gonna get John Parada. Bubba's gonna walk us out like it's a fight.
Yeah.
with the
They call him
village.
in.
With the village.
All right, so let's close it out. Let me get some last words from you guys. If you want to give everyone some last words, Jarrod, what would you say? Just give some advice to upcoming fighters, and just
Try to understand your feet. Try to understand why you do what you do. You win a boxing match with your mind and your feet. Don't go in the gym throwing punches, and go in the gym and learn how to move and learn how to not get hit. It's the bull and matador. Understand your feet, understand distance, understand range. Understand that pulling away is more dangerous than actually closing the distance. So you suffocate his punches. Floyd does that great. He's one of the best at
not as good as Bubba.
But there's so much to boxing. I think there's so much to it. If you got to understand your feet. You got to have good feet. It starts there. That's the foundation, right? That's where you start. I would recommend when you come in the gym, everybody's got it wrong. They see the bags everybody's hitting. They put the muscle first. Even when they punch, they put the muscle. They stop leaning forward into everything. They push. If you miss, now you're on top of me and I own you.
Yeah.
So
you're right, definitely.
Yeah, because you might hit him with the first one, but the second one you throw might go completely over his head.
Like whiff him.
Yeah, then you're on top of him. Now it's wrestling,
Yep.
WWE style. But I think for a lot of young fighters, listen, this is what I wanted to say. That's a great question because I just had a young kid who I was training and the process. Everybody wants a trophy and don't want to run the race. I'm going to say it again. Everybody wants a trophy and don't want to run the race. That's the new world we live in. I always, from as far back as I can remember, I always knew that it's the process that gets you there. Because I can't go from A to Z. Everybody wants to go from walking in the gym to prize fighting. Come on. You still don't know where you are in the ring and it looks like you're falling out of the ropes. It's true. There's a process to this. And just like there's a process to understanding why we do what we do. And if you don't put the work in mentally, that physical stuff only lasts so long. Next thing you know, you're punchy, you're taking punches, it's a tough way to make a living if you're somebody who gets it. I can tell you that much. So if any young fighters, it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how you don't get hit. I was fortunate. I had good coaches. I had coaches that cared about my well-being, that wanted Dino Dennis would say to me, I'm not gonna sit in your corner and watch your head go like this. So I'm gonna teach you the right way so you can understand that this is a style that can last in this business. For instance, Bobby Harris is a good example. He won national championships, like 3 of them, 4 of them. You can't get hit. It's one punch can end the fight and one punch can end your life. It's that serious. And why I'm saying that is because you get a guy who comes in and he starts training with me and the process is rushed. Everybody wants he wants to fight, whether it's coming from family members and then you start to wonder who really wants this fight. The uncle, the father, the brother, or the kid actually taking the blows, right? So because they don't want to go through the process, because I say, hey, let's work on our feet because you can't get out of the way of punches. And because it's difficult, it's hard to move on you. It's if you don't get it, it's not easy. You got to really put the work in. You got to really work at it. So when they don't get it, they run to what they know best, hitting the bag, standing in front of the bag, not moving your feet at all. And then they want to be prize fighters right away, and next thing you know, they're taking punishment, and it's unnecessary punishment when they're too young to be getting hit like that. So yeah, I'm not about that. If you're fighting, you're gonna understand, and if you don't understand, then we'll stay there until you understand.
Nice. Bubba, you got any last words that you want to give, just like some encouraging words for people maybe that you would have saw a year ago before you started boxing, and you were like going through things and you were looking for something, like give them advice on what they should maybe come and check it out?
Yeah, I advise everybody to learn how to fight, especially defend yourself, because today we live in a crazy world where people, they don't fight no more. People's like either stabbing or like shooting each other. You know?
Yeah.
So, and then you got like dudes. I advise females too to learn how to fight too.
Absolutely.
You got weirdos out there, a lot of weird
Yeah.
dudes that's raping women, killing them and all that stuff, you know? So
Tell them about your exercise class.
my exercise class?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Don't you teach
dancing?
don't you do an aerobics class every
Nah,
Wednesday
they
morning?
did disgusting class. But yeah, and I want to spread more positive and love. You know what I mean? This world today we live in is toxic. Too much killing. You see what's going on with Israel and Palestine, you know? They've been going at war each other for like how many years? 75 years? And then they're still going at each other. It's not right, you know what I mean? I pray for the best for everybody, you know what I mean? More blessing in the world, you know?
Yeah.
No more negative. Hopefully we could wake up and, because we all bleed the same at the end of the day, no matter what it is, black, white, Chinese, I don't care what you are, like, you know what I mean?
Handsome.
Handsome, yep.
Is that
But,
nationality?
Nah, no.
All right, well, tell everyone where to follow you at, Bubba, so they can check out everything you got going on, and they can all be prepared for the next time when you're gonna be in the Call of
You
Fun.
can follow me on the gram, King Bubba. I'll write it down on the link below and everything. You know. And TikTok too. I'll be on TikTok.
All right. And Jarrod, tell everyone where can they find you? MySpace, AOL, America Online.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even have a computer. Facebook, the Call Out, the Instagram, the Call Out USA, TikTok, Jarrod Tillinghast, the Call Out,
All right.
or Legendary Boxing.
Mental health too. You know how I feel. Because when I was growing up, right, my mom used to be like strict on me, so I couldn't show no like emotion. How would you say to the men that be holding up their emotions, and like, you think they should open up more, or they should just keep it in forever? What do you think, Jim?
I'm not the one that talks because I don't do it. Like my girl always tells me like how bad I am.
Ask that again.
So you know how like we always, us men, we grew up where we can't show our emotions a lot. You know what I mean?
Well,
How would you?
I'll give you. It's almost a behavior that we would taught from our fathers and our uncles and our brothers, right?
Yeah.
You get a 4-year-old girl who runs and falls and scrapes her knee. She starts crying. What do?
Yeah, calm it down.
You're gonna run over there and pick up the little girl, and you're gonna hold. You're gonna go, oh, honey.
Yeah.
The same exact way, the same exact thing happens. It's a 4-year-old boy. He runs, falls the same exact way, hurts his knee. He gets up and starts crying, and all the men say to him,
Don't cry.
"Big boys don't cry. Come on, get up." And you let them rub it in, rub it off, and what do? And right away, without even realizing it, we train our own children to bottle up their emotions. We teach them at that young age. So you ever see the little boy's face when he's holding it in?
Yeah.
His eyebrows are down here. He's like this, and he's all right.
Yeah.
You ever see a little girl like that?
No.
No. So I think we got to do better as adults. But if you're not thinking about stuff like that, you won't get it. You know, I call that sleeping at the wheel. I think it's just a situational awareness. I always try to look at the why and how, and it's true, right? So then we become these egomaniacs, and we can't be vulnerable as men because all our life we're taught to bottle up our emotions. How the heck are we gonna be vulnerable when we're 30, 25 years old? How? That takes whole nother level of work. That's a whole nother level of inner work. I did it. I've been there. I went through it. Because what was the alternative? What was the alternative? For me, I said, listen, I could get vulnerable. I'll kick your butt too if I kick your ass and I'll get vulnerable. So nobody can say nothing anyway. And I think the truth is, for me, it wasn't easy. It was really difficult, but I could say this, man. It's made me a better person. It's made me more emotionally intelligent, and I understand my calling. Now, I never really knew what I was on this planet for, and I would always ask, what am I here, God? What is it? What is my calling? And it's literally to serve people. I don't mind going through suffering because I know I'm gaining something out of it. It's kind of weird that I seek it. You know I deserve happiness, and I am happy. But I also know that around every corner is one form of suffering or another, right? Around every corner, we have moments in life. We have good moments like the fight that night. But once it's gone, it's gone forever. It's just a memory now, right? So then we go outside and there's some more suffering right around the corner, right? We go right back into the cycle of suffering and good moments. Storms in the sun. Storms in the sun. You have to
Trust the process.
You have to trust the process, but you can't do it without the Lord Jesus. Period. I don't care who it is. I don't care what. I'll put anything on it. So that's where you get your strength. You don't need a prescription. You don't need any of that stuff. That's the facts. You have to have dog in you. You have to have dog in you because it takes some certain level of grit. But I wouldn't rather have it any other way.
Right. I think that's a good spot to end it. Everything these guys said tonight, both of them, was really, really great, very, very inspiring. And if anyone out there is going through things, everything they said makes total sense. Put your faith in the Lord, keep pushing, get involved in boxing, not just boxing, but anything positive. I feel like just getting involved with positivity in your life, do positive things and you'll have a better outcome in your life. I truly believe in that, karma. So,
you're gonna tell them about the fundraiser we're doing for the homeless? Every Monday and Wednesday, Ben set me up with a kissing booth outside. It's only from 5 to 7. Get here. It's all promotional.
all the money goes to charity. We're not gonna make anything, unfortunately. We're gonna lose money. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, but definitely big shout out to these guys. And big shout out to the call out, and I know these guys appreciate everyone that came and was there live, and the next one is gonna be even bigger and better. So make sure you follow him everywhere for all the call out news. Make sure you follow him. And did you want to say one last thing? I see you.
No, I'm
Positive.
You agree? You
We'll
agree?
be back. We'll be back.
All right.
Coming back.
All right, it's your boy Benny BLADEZ. I'm with Jarrod, my boy Bubba,
Yeah.
and we're out here.